So, this is my video on my psychiatric condition of bipolar schizoaffective disorder. It's going into details of my road to recovery, and if this is not your thing, scroll on. But I'm very much, I don't say I'm a mental health advocate. I've, done the Black Dog Research Institute, month of October of walking and stuff like that in my past and raised some money type thing. Whether that did some good or not, I don't really know, but we very much live in a very effed up world that makes no sense, and people don't really know what mental illness is and diagnostic disease profiles of bipolar schizoaffective schizophrenia disorder. I very much get auditory hallucinations and, I'm on medications at the moment. I'm on a injection medication that I got given to under the public sector of the Mental Health Act, which I'm very grateful for. But my experience under the Mental Health Act was very much I technically had my human rights taken away from me. How dare you type of situation. But here we all are having to learn to get a fucking along in this country, in our society that doesn't really care about mental illness and disease. I didn't get given the proper diagnostic medical treatment I needed to stay medically well. I got given my medication and that was it. But I was denied a whole food, plant-based, vegan diet in hospital of health and nutrition to help me and my brain chemistry recover in this country. So technically I was violated and stripped of my human rights because no one really knows how to fix mental illness and disease in this country. There's not really psychiatric, plant-based, vegan hospitals that exist in this country to help fix and navigate mental illness and disease psychiatrically. It's just medications, and the medications that I've taken have caused me with my recovery journey to gain a lot of weight so far. I'm technically court ordered to take my medications or I get in trouble type thing, so I have to show up to my doctor's appointment on my monthly basis as I do on the dot, 11 a.m. on the day that I see her. I technically need like a thoracic surgeon level of injector type thing that knows what they're doing. She kind of knows what she's doing, I think, but there have been a few times where she's injected and it hasn't quite... I'm not saying it hasn't worked, but it's kind of like it hasn't quite gotten in the right spot, and this is where I have a bit of a problem with health professionals in the implementation of my medication. And, if I have a bad day type thing, whose fault is it? Is it mine, yours, or theirs? I don't really know. I just don't want to end up in front of the court-ordered judge, type thing, sentencing me to my, inpatient admission. But I very much would be interested in my day in court and having my say under the Mental Health Act in my, proving that I was poisoned from the womb in my recovery journey type, debate with the, professionals type thing with a lawyer. Because I'm very much pissed off that this is the truth and the reason why I'm so diagnostically well. I've been in and out of hospital since I was 17 years of age. I'm 34 now. I've spent my whole life being unwell and being sick and being chronically diseased that I don't even know who I am anymore without, I don't even know my sense of identity of who I am. I'm very much raw and in a PTSD level of experience for myself in my things that I've done, the hospitals I've seen, the people I've met, the spooky closet door ghost trail that I've experienced, of haunted spaces, of people's misery type stuff, so it's very much a depressing, horrid situation for myself, and it's very much put a damper on things for me that I've lost my sense of identity. I don't know who I am. I'm trying to build myself up from scratch because I don't really know what I'm doing. So in recovery, I volunteered at the Salvation Army to give me some form of employability because no one will hire me in this country with my disease profile. I've tried every tablet under the sun. Up to this injection, I was on lithium for a long period of time. Caused me to have a lot of excessive weight gain. Kind of didn't hit me in the right spot in my brain chemistry, mood swings type thing. So I was always all over the place, and I never got to be a well person. My dad passed away 2014 in April from pancreatic cancer, and he's never gotten to see me be stabilizingly well. So I'm very much annoyed that he got to miss me being well, and we've spent so much money with private doctors that don't talk to the public sector. We've just paid through the nose for psychiatric care. It's so expensive in this country to see someone decent, but I only got well under the Mental Health Act realistically for myself. So I'm very grateful that the Mental Health Act exists and needs to stay where it is. But it's very much a broken system that makes no sense, and this is the reason why, because you can't get help and you can't stay well following a meat-fueled addicted diet that doesn't work for your brain chemistry and its functionality, causing heavy metal poisoning and can cause dementia and Alzheimer's disease in your future, brain chemistry irregularities, the fat content, the high levels of iron and proteins found in animal-based products and parasites found in animal products caused me to have the conditions that I've got, which is bipolar schizoaffective disorder. Schizoaffective is just a new phrasing for schizophrenia, but I very much get a lot of discrimination when it comes to employment. I've never really studied. I tried childcare. It didn't work well for me because I got a lot of discrimination for being around children and my condition and having a nut allergy at the time. I very much have spent the past year stable and set in my ways of recovery, going to my injection monthly because I have to. I want to stay well. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just, it's a backward system. I wish I had a choice in the matter, but I don't because I'm technically on the outside of hospital under the Mental Health Act type thing, and, just building my life back brick by brick. I went through a lot of grief with my father, and it's very much, I'm in a different phase in my life at the moment, that it's not plaguing me so much with my grief because I've come to terms with it type thing. But he never got to see me as a well person. I very much feel a lot of guilt around that, and so it's just how it is, really. It's just moving on with my life, and in the hopes that I can make these videos to make a change for the better for people with my condition. And that's about it, really.